Hi folks, it's John with Remodeling Wizards of Maryland, and I'm here today to talk with you about something that we are constantly getting questions about, and that is, what is the difference between granite and quartz countertops? So I have some selections in front of me, and I'll go through some differences between the two products. The first item that you see here, the first row, these are quartz. Now quartz is a man-made product. So they take quartz, which is a stone, and they crush it, they add a resin to it, and then they're able to make a design, and that's what you see in the quartz product. The main advantage of quartz is that these designs are very consistent. Again, it's man-made. Now, if you take a look at granite, granite's a natural stone. This comes from a quarry. There's quarries all around the world that have different color stones. The thing about granite, though, is that the stone from slab to slab, the pattern could be much different, even though you're going with the same stone or even the same quarry. That's not necessarily a disadvantage, because there's a lot of folks that want to have something unique in their house, and that's why they like granite, because the pattern of their granite is going to be different than maybe their neighbor's granite. So that's one thing we want to talk about. The other thing is the installation of both. They're both installed basically the same way. We come out, we do a template, which is a measurement of your countertop, send that information to the factory. The granite is cut at the factory, put on a truck, brought to your house and installed. One of the differences though between granite and quartz is when quartz is installed, and let's say you have an L-shaped countertop. I'll give you an idea of what that looks like. This is an L-shaped countertop. At some point in here, we're going to have to put a seam. So the seam is usually put in a corner. With the quartz product, the seams are almost invisible. So it just has an advantage over granite. Whereas granite, when you put a seam in these corners, chances are you're going to be able to see it. Now, a good professional install, it's going to be hard to see, but just note that there is going to be a seam usually in the corners, with actually both products, but one's more visible than the other, okay? The next thing, let's talk about the care of the product. Well, the nice thing about quartz is sealed at the factory. It's man-made, it's a resin with quartz inside of it, so it's perfectly sealed. You don't have to seal it again. Granite, on the other hand, is a porous product because this is a natural stone, so this should be sealed at least annually. And it's simple to seal. You can buy a sealer over at Lowe's or Home Depot. You clean the stone off, spray the sealant on, wipe it until it gets nice and polished looking, and then you're done. So it's not a hard process, but it is something that you should consider, is that granite does need to be sealed. Let's talk about durability. Which one lasts longer? Well, to be honest with you, they both are going to last a long, long time. I mean, it's pretty hard to damage a stone like this. But just note that both products, the granite and the quartz, can be chipped. I have both products in my home. I have bathrooms with quartz. I have a kitchen with granite. I like both, but both of them have been chipped over time and both have been repaired. The last thing I want to talk with you about is the cost. Well, some people wonder, is it more expensive for quartz or more expensive for granite? Both products are sold in groups. So a group granite, for example, is less expensive than a B group or than a C group. They're all stone. The difference is that some of them have different patterns, different colors. A product like this is called a D group, and a lot of it just has to do with the color, where the product comes from. So there's a lot of variation in granite. However, if you buy a group granite or even a B group granite, sometimes it's less expensive than the quartz. Quartz, on the other hand, also has grades, but it has less variability than granite. So there's less grades with quartz. So anyway, I hope that gives you some good information. And if you have any questions or you have anything you want us to talk about, give us a call or send us an email. Thank you.